Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium in Madison, Wisconsin, one of the great venues in all of college football. And Bucky and the Badgers ready to tee things up in this home opener this afternoon. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' season as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Wisconsin Badgers offense will have the football first. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run off them.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, the offense is being aggressive here in their opening possession, trying to throw the ball in the first 2 plays. They went incomplete first down, and now they take a sack on second down. This is not going to script, and they understood it was going to be a challenge against this defense, and I love the fact that they're going to be aggressive trying to throw, but the execution has got to be better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. He'll pull it down and run. Gets down with the slide. The Badgers line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got him downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Picks up the first down. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That touchdown drive covered 61 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Smith wants to throw. Get it out on the screen. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Rides the back on the option, the give. Guys, let's step back here and think big picture Wisconsin. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
The running back has it. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And the Badgers trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badgers!
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it and put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Extra point here would tie the game. And he added the extra point. They march 79 yards on the drive. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence. Everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And, David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, and you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Smith dropping to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. They'll leave it with him. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it out fast. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down.
And, David, on 30 inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. There he goes. He's got 42 yards rushing already. You want to talk about establishing the running game. They're doing that in the season opener. Off-play action on first down. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf. So now it's second and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Runs through the tackle. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. The Badgers come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. He'll throw on third down. He's going to run it. Finds a crease at the 20. The chains will move, and they'll have first and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They'll run it from the gun. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Play number 10 on this series. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Makes the grab on the left. Perfectly thrown ball. Nice catch. Good tackle, but it's first and goal from the 5. Smith dropping to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Pushes toward the goal line. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on third? And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
All right, defense, nice job early in the game, playing well with your backs against the wall. The job's not over yet, though. This is an offense that has shown that they can go for it on fourth down, especially during these situations.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Hold on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see what's up with that. Can't make contact with the kicker like that. A costly special teams penalty. You've got to know your path in front of the kicker. Offense comes back on the field. Finds his big tight end.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 25 duel. Let's get right to the pictures. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line here.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road? Bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Pulls it in, it's Williams. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Notre Dame right back to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Listen to this place. Oh, man, do they love their Badgers. 3rd down coming. From the gun, running back on the move. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Heaves it deep. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to slam it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Smith wants to throw. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Pulls it and fires to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Jones. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And the Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. RPO complete to open the drive. Oh, he's got some space. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Takes the handoff. It's Price. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Snowed under by the defense. Notre Dame lines up quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive.
All kinds of room to the right. He's at the 30. The tag. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. So these plays are getting big play.
Touchdown, Badger! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And this offense is firing in all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish back on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The play-action fake. Wide open downfield. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. It's complete. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. Lost to throw again. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. This defense needing this energy from the crowd in a goal-to-go situation. They'll run it on 3rd and goal. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Poor starting field position here for this offense. And off to Jones. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Rides to back and leaves it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Got a man. It's Meredith. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Smith dropping to pass. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the big fella. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Madison, and welcome in to the halftime update. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's head back to a great scene there in Camp Randall.
And the Badgers will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Williams. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. This time they'll go to the running game.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Right back to him on the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Notre Dame right back to the line. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Safe completion on the screen. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the 3rd quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
The Badgers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Smith wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And they swarm him under. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Badgers decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Here come the Irish back on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gilbert. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Offense working from the pistol. The lone back's got it. Turning it on. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Nice move to pick up yardage. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. Smith dropping to pass. Here comes the heat. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 25 clash today. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 31 to Alabama. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin in the... Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, Bill.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Irish send out the punt unit. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Give to the single back. Got the 1st down and more. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. Might as well give it to him again. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Badgers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Here's the handoff. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. And the Badgers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Smith wants to throw. Dances away. Quarterback got it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. This drive has been exclusively on the ground. Could they be setting up a shot play? Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over to the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is extended a little further.
and they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Williams.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Second down coming up. They go to the ground. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. To the air on second down. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play...
There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Second down, he'll throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And how about the simple run? Like, I believe in my guys. We're going to pound the rock. We're going to get the first down. Nice job by this offense.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Firing to the right, complete.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The Irish needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
It's not sexy. It's not pretty. It's actually kind of old school because people don't really run a lot of QB sneaks anymore. You don't even see quarterbacks under center that much. But what do? You keep your momentum going. You've already strung together a bunch of plays. Now is not the time to get super aggressive. Way to go high percentage. Run the quarterback sneak. Get the first down.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! I can hear the defensive coordinator in the next booth yelling, "Wrap up! You have to wrap up!"
Bring your feet. 4 points of contact. You hear all those stuff from your defensive coaches. But you know what? Sometimes the guy's just better than you. He makes a play and gets in the end zone.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. He wants to throw it. They'll run the screen. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They'll run it from the gun. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Smith dropping to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. The Badgers will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. They'll go back to work on offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Turns it on in midfield. There he goes. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, I know it's early this season, but it's obvious already. This guy is a major weapon in this offense. Had 2 touchdowns in his first game. He's now on the board right now. What a difference maker and a playmaker he's going to be this season for this offense.
And with the lead sitting at 9, they'll try to make it a one-possession game. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The give to the lone running back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. They'll give it to the back. Pass escapes him, still on his feet. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The give to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Smith wants to throw. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Leaves it with the running back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They feed him again. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Quickly to the tight end. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to improve for this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. And David, I think moving forward, this team just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.